what's up everybody out there in Learning Land? Tyler from 10thumbspro.com coming at you with another ukulele tutorial like we do every single Wednesday and Saturday, so make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a lesson. Today we're talking finger picking. I'm going to show you a very useful pattern, but I'm going to also show you the power of using open strings with this. Printable tabs and an in-depth breakdown of the concept up here by becoming a Patreon. You will see a link to this specific tab pinned in the first comment of the comment section. Additional links in the description as well, including my email if you want some one-on-one lessons, our other social networks. So you've already subscribed, rang the bell, thought about becoming a Patreon. Let's go ahead and break it down. Grab the ukulele, brain attention span, and some drone strings, and let's do this. Follow me on in. We're doing this in the key of D today. And we're going to break that down piece by piece. I'm going to show you the chords, and then I'm going to show you how to move them. Now, the two open strings we're playing are the E and the A. The A is the fifth interval, nice safe tone. The E in the key of D is the second interval, which is what's called a semi-stable tone. It's not dissonant, but it's not resolved. And that creates an air of mystery to this piece, which is really nice. That's our first pattern. 11th fret of the G string with your index finger, with your ring finger, index on the 9th fret of the C. And you're going to use your thumb on the G and the C, index on the E, middle on the A. And first you're going to go 1 and 2 and. Be careful not to let your palm make contact with that A string. 1 and 2 and. Back to the 9th fret here, the C string on the third beat. 1 and 2 and 3. Index on the and then back to the 9th fret of the C on the fourth beat. 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Move this down 2 frets. Okay, and so this chord is an interesting chord too. It's this kind of funky hybrid of a couple of different things, but it's a type of a D chord. It's called a D add 9. Okay, so then we're moving off from that D add 9 and we move everything down 2 frets. Now I'm playing the 9th fret of the G string with my ring finger. Index finger is on the 7th fret of the C, and we do the exact same pattern, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You can feel free to also, once you get this down, create your own patterns. You can also strum these ideas, okay? So those two together, so far we have, let's go a little quicker. Okay, so now, middle finger, 7th fret of the G, index on the 6th fret, and we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. For the sake of simplicity, I've done just one finger picking pattern to make the right hand more consistent. That's all that is. You can totally mix this up, and in fact, adding variation would make it very interesting. Okay, so from here, we're going to go to 6th fret of the G, 4th of the C, and then this one's actually just an A chord. C sharp, E, E, A. A major triad with an E in the bass if you want to get really technical. Same pattern. And so when I created this, I kind of thought of that as an 8-bar pattern that I would use for a verse or maybe a chorus or both, and that would be the foundation of a song. So let's go ahead and play through those 8 measures together from the top. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, so that would be what we have for our verse, okay? So I wanted, though, to create a little bit of tension and some release, and you would use this tension and release if you were going to finish the song. You could use it as a turnaround going into a chorus, a pre-chorus, or even the chorus itself. So let's take a look at the adjustments that I made, so that way you can also have a little more fun with this piece. The first 6 measures are the same. You would play twice, twice, the next ones would come up, and you'd start. Then it's these second 2 right here where it gets interesting. We're going back to this A shape, 6 and 4, and we're just gonna go 1 and 2 and. Then we're gonna keep our fingers down and move it down 2 frets to 4 and 2, and we're gonna do the same thing. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. From there, we're gonna go to an A, 2, 1, 0, 0. And we're going to remove our middle finger, A7, and then we're going to strum a D. So just the second half of these tabs, just the 3rd and 4th measure would be. That's a cool way to finish it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play through the first loop all by itself, and then we're going to play through that second loop like we were finishing the song. All right, so let's take it from the very, very top. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very, very cool. So that's just one example how I use 2 open strings and the key of D to create something unique, fingerpicking. How can you do the same thing, right? So how can you apply these ideas to create something unique and fun on your own? Well, the way it works is this. Let's say we're going to do this in the key of G. G has a G note in it and an E note in it. It also has a C note in it, but C's the 4th interval. I wouldn't use that one. And it does have an A as well. So if you wanted to, you could use these 2 strings, these 2 strings. But let's say we're going to use the G and the E string. Then you would start to explore the scale on these 2 strings. So I have, in the key of G, there is a D note, and there is a B note. Okay? There's also a G note and an E note. Okay. There's also an F sharp and an A note. So what you do is you find what key you're going to be in and find an open string or 2. Then you explore that scale on the strings that you don't want to be open and to kind of come up with some new, unique ideas. Until next time, keep on rocking and rolling. Have a lovely day. I really appreciate you learning with us. We put a lot of work into these lessons, so I appreciate everyone that watches them. Think about becoming a Patreon. It's cheaper than a cheap cheeseburger, and it starts at just $1 a creation with caps as low as $1 a month. Until next time, my friends, life is good. Rock and roll. Take care. Eat your vegetables. Go on hikes. Remember, it's okay to not be full. You know, just be 90% full. You don't need excess. Success is not in excess.